Why do we pray? There are lots of different answers to that question, but I suspect the most common one will be because we need help with something. I know that it is the content of a lot of my prayers. Lord, help me with whatever it might be. When we are in trouble or something has happened to a loved one and we need God's help, we pray. When we pray in these circumstances, what are we expecting God to do? Well, if you're like me, we are expecting God to step in and change the circumstances. Now, there are times when God does that, but I am finding more and more that prayer actually changes us or changes me. Some time ago, I listened to a sermon on Acts 4:23-31, and it challenged me on my expectations in prayer. That early church, faced with persecution, did not ask for their circumstances to be changed, but for a boldness in their circumstances. Now, as part of my training, I did a module on chaplaincy. For the practical part of this module, I spent some time at a Christian hospital. The question came up about, does God heal today? And what part does prayer play in that? One incident that stuck in my mind was that of a patient who did not want a necessary operation. They had the expectation that God would heal them through prayer, and some people believe that God will heal through prayer, and he does. But the chaplain spent some time with that patient, listening to their fears and their concerns. Then they spent time in prayer together. It was in that time of prayer that the patient's perspective was changed. The person found strength and boldness to have the operation, which was successful, and they were healed. I believe that prayer is often about changing us rather than the situation. Those who know me may well say, in response to what I've just said, you need to spend a lot more time in prayer, and they may be right. But my answer to this is, please be patient. God isn't finished with me yet. As we spend time with God in prayer, he changes us into the image of his Son, Jesus Christ. So let us continue to keep praying. And as an answer to those prayers, it may just be that God changes us.